Hey there, Skrnoobs, yet again back with a new video, and today my dudes, I'm showcasing my own design of a cow farm. You guys, I was on the Eciliacraft server and I thought to myself, I need a cow farm. So I started designing. I actually used a old design that I used in my Townie series. Only people that have been here from the beginning will know my Townie series. I made a cow farm in the Townie series with a couple of signs, one dispenser, and a couple of other blocks, and then a little room where they used to fall in, and then I had to wait until they grow up, and then I used to kill the big ones. But sometimes I used to kill the small ones too, and it was just not a very efficient one. Well, then I went back to the drawing table and I made this beautiful design that's actually expandable, so you can make this bigger. This is actually a small version of the industrial size one. So how this thing works, it works like this. So first off, you climb up the ladder, you come here, you press this button that will make the cows jump up, then you feed the cows. The problem with item cramping is that sometimes when these cows come up and there are more than 24 entities inside of one block, they will start to die. So just remember that. I just pushed 20 in this one and 20 in this one because sometimes like the children get stuck in here, and then yeah, as you can see, it's right there. But if you are in a normal world, you don't have to worry about it too much because they will eventually grow too, and then yeah, the big one that died is just grown up again. But as you can see, even though a couple of them stay in there, there are still about 10 or I think 8 in there. So as you can see, it's quite efficient. It's not the best probably in the world, but it's not finished. So you guys, on the back side, if the small ones grow up, you can just press this button. As you can see, it extends the lava and it retracts after I think half a second. And the same one goes right here. But I made two different designs. One is with a piston. That's for if you are a rich guy, I guess. And the left side is when you are kind of poor like me. Like sometimes I remember the time that I didn't know how to make a piston. You can just actually use two random blocks and then put 2 redstone dust on top of it. And if you do not have sea lanterns, you can change the sea lanterns with glowstone. So all the items that you are going to be needing are inside of this chest. Look at this, 42 blocks of any kind of block, it doesn't matter. Any kind of glass, it doesn't matter. And any kind of light source, just not something like a torch. It has to be a block. If you place a torch right there, the babies will jump in there, and then they will not. Yeah, they will grow up in there, and then problems and issues. Just use a block kind of large light size. Light source, light size, lightsaber. Okay, so let's get into building this beautiful work of art. If you turn around, you guys just remember, if you are going to make it with the pistons, that you replace the pistons that were inside of the chest with 2 redstone dust and 2 random blocks. And now we are going to start building. So the first thing that we are going to do is place a chest right here, and then a hopper facing into the chest. Do not mind the blocks on the floor. This is not what you have to build. This is just for me to not make any mistakes. So the first layer is going to be really easy. You place a block. You put the block in the same exact pattern that I'm doing right now. Boom, 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 like this. Looks amazing, doesn't it? The second layer is going to be the exact same one as the first one, but just on top of it, like this. Boom. You should end up with something that looks exactly like this. Then the third layer is going to be 1 block right here, 1 block right there, and then you are going to take out your light source, not your lightsaber, and you place 1 right here and 1 right there. Then you switch over to a dispenser and you place a dispenser facing this way. Switch over to glass, and then you are going to place 3 glass planes just like this. Switch over to your trapdoor, place 1 on top of the hopper, 1 underneath the glass, and then 2 on top of the light source. If you're wondering how to get up to your build, just place yourself a ladder facing upward like this, or on the side just like I did with the other one. Let's, for the sake of this video, make the same one as I made just right there. So next you are going to take the pistons out, and the pistons are going to be facing right next to the glass, just like this. Boom, boom, two of them. Then you are going to get some blocks, place one right here, place one right there, place one right there. And the reason why I'm doing this is just an easy way to set your observers right. Like, I had a couple of issues trying to place the observers right here, and yeah, if you just jump from here, it should be good. But for the noobs under us, just place a block right there. Look at this block, place it. Look at this block, place it, and it should be perfect. Boom, boom. So this is what you're going to need. After you place the observers in here, you can actually place the lava in here. No problems, no issues. Shouldn't be any problem in here. Then you can place the buttons, one right here, one right there. If you are building it for yourself, you can actually only do one side if you want, but for the sake of the video, let's finish it. So now you are going to take your blocks and you're going to place 1, 2, 3, just like this. Right next to it, on top of the piston, you are going to do the exact same thing. 1, 2, 3. Then in the middle, on top of the dispenser, you are going to do 1, crouch, because if you click normally you will open it. So crouch, place, then 1, 2, 3. Same goes for the right side. 1, 2, 3, and then on top of here, 1, 2, 3. Then go to the middle, place one on top of this one, on top of the observer. Same goes for the other side. Then place one right there and one right there. Now these holes are made for 2 more dispensers. So you can place one right here and one right here. So then you are going to change up and fill the glass. That's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, just like this. After that, I think in survival you can just make your ladder go up, and if you're up there, you can just finish this by placing the blocks just like I do right now. Boom. Shouldn't be real hard. If that was too fast, let me just do that again. 1, 2, 3, and then 1 in the middle, just like that. Then you go to the back side. You place one in between. You place a block in between the dispenser, then under this dispenser, and then under this dispenser, just like that. Switch over and get yourself some redstone. Place one right here on top and one on the right. This is all the redstone that you have to do if you are doing it with the pistons. If you had the other way, then you had to place 2 normal blocks right here, like this. Boom, boom, and boom, boom, redstone, just like this. Yeah, that's the issue with if you place redstone in there. Let me just break that block. Boom, and change it back up into what it used to be. Now that you have this, it's almost done. There's only one thing that you have to do. You have to take the stone slab and place it in there. This was probably a better idea when you had to place the block right here, but I forgot it and I'm trying to be professional about it. So after you have done that, the building is done and we can actually test it out. The last thing that we have to do is place a button right here, fill the pistons with water, and we should be done. Boom, boom, like this. If you press the button, it retracts the water, it dispenses the water, and now it retracts it. Let's do another test. If you press this button, the lava will come out, go back in. Same goes for the other side. Amazing. Looks awesome. If you do it the other way, just make sure to get the lava out before you change it. So if you do it like this, just make it like this, and then put the lava in. It should be working just fine. Boom. Now let's test it with a couple of cows. It's down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I should recommend to place a couple of 20 in one to have like a desirable amount. And if you really, if you are struggling right here, you can just place a block in between here first, and then when you're done, just break the block in between with a piston or something like that to just grow them inside. If you do not understand what I just said, let me repeat myself. Just close in the blocks in between, then breed the animals, let them grow, and then break the block in between, and then replace this glass with some kind of well, actually you don't have to, as if they are grown up, they will not be able to escape. So just place a block right there with a piston before you get the cows in there, then breed them until you have the desirable amount of cows in there, and then just push. Where's my piston? Just push these push the block back in with a piston, just like this. Boom. As you see, boom, and it's perfectly done. If you have a hard time getting these sheeps in, if you have a hard time getting the cows in there, just make yourself a platform, just like this one. Boom, 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 boom. Get yourself a sign. Boom. There, D. Then get yourself some water. Place the water right here, and then just push the cow in there. If it's in the water, it should be. Then the water does the work for you. As you can see, it pushes it in without any problem, without any issues. I remember that I had a real hard time to get them in like one specific hole. So this is an easy way to do it, just for the noobs out there, because I know what it is to be a noob. So as you guys can see, it works perfectly. Let me give the cows something to eat, and then we are going over to the real work. Boom, 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 boom. Give them something to eat. Yes, yes, looks so beautiful. So you guys, if you are wondering why I didn't use the iron bars and the stairs, you are going to see that later. Okay, and as you can see, there should be about 6 of them in here. There are 5 because there's one in there and one baby cow in there. So it's not really that big of an issue if you have the grown ones in there. Let me see if I can make a grow one. No, I can't. Let me just kill them. Give me a second. Boom, like this. Die. That sounds so cruel. And then make a baby. Look at this, and then press the button. As you can see, the grown one gets killed. The steak falls in here. You'll have the steak and the ladder, but the babies are still safe. So you guys, to finish this video, I'm going to show you a couple of designs that you can use or get your inspiration from to start building. Oh, look at this. To start building your own one with the inspiration of my build. That would be so awesome if you guys should make a couple of different designs made out of based off my design. So as you guys can see right here, this one is just the first 2, and then I just glued them together and I made this. The good thing about this thing is that the middle ones, if they make babies, they do not get stuck in there. They do not, only on the sides they get stuck in there. And then this one is this one, and then another one right next to it, glued to each other with a fire snake in between. As you can see, if you press this button, it turns those on. And what it actually does, what I actually did here, is I removed the blocks in between right here and the blocks in between right here. That will make the mob cap a little bigger. You know that it's 24. That means 3 times 24 is about 72, I think, and then 2 times 72 is 140 and 44. So that means that you can have theoretically you can have 144 cows in this thingy, and then if you have a looting sword, that's probably going to give you a lot of items. What I did right here is I took instead of having the buttons on the side, I took the liberty of making it look a little fancy. It's like a monster with a giant nose that's wrongly placed. Why would his nose be on the front of his head? But it doesn't matter. Two of these observers right here, and they run into a block, and the block right next to the block is the dispenser. Then you have another observer in the middle, and if this one gets activated, that means that this one gets activated too, which will activate this one. It's not really rocket science. So if this is not big enough for you guys, let's go up to another one that's a little bit bigger. As you guys can see, this one, it really is very big. I actually took the liberty of making this one all automatic. So if you press this button, I don't know why I did that, you see that the cows will start jumping. You can start feeding them like this. You can spam it. And if you're wondering, Skrr, aren't they like not jumping in there? You're not feeding them all, blah 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 blah. Let me show you guys. If I remove this, boom, I let them jump. As you can see, I fed them all, so it actually doesn't matter. You can choose yourself if you want to have them jumping or if you don't. I preferably do not want them like popping out like hamsters in like the arcade game where you have to like hit the moles or the hamsters that come out of the game. But still, as you bred them and they will shoot out their babies, you just press this button and the fire snake comes out and will kill every single one of them. You know what, let me fill these up with ones like this. Oh, I think I can get on there. No, right there. And let's see them all burn in one wave. Well, I think that looks awesome. Would you imagine yourself this thing be filled with a lot of cows, and then all of a sudden you break them and then you get all of the loot out of them? You know, the loot is random. From some you get more than the other one, of course, but yeah, you guys know how it is. I think it looks beautiful. The redstone behind this is just yeah. Redstone repeaters around here. This is not really that hard if you don't know how to do this. If you activate redstone, you can have 50 redstone dust behind it, 15 before it runs out. So just make sure that you make sure that the distance between this and another redstone repeater is less than 15. And about the lava is just a observer, 2 observers, the same as the other thingy. And then I just made this cycle go like this. Then I had a redstone block right here. Oh my god, my computer, my frame rate just dropped. Oh my god. So it doesn't matter. I didn't finish what I did. And then after this one, I just placed this right here. Just make sure that if you make this cycle going like this, just make sure that you do not place the lava in before you build this. Just build this thing first and then place the lava in and the water in afterwards, and then test it out, and it should be working. Look how awesome this is. Looks awesome, even though my frame rate is dying. If you make this thing too big, your frame rate will die. So do not try and make this thing too big on a server, because you could get yourself in a lot of trouble. But I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. I am a little sick today, that's why my voice sounds so weird. So if somebody noticed, congratulations. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope somebody gets his inspiration out of this and makes a farm that's maybe even better than this one, and maybe more efficient. I'm going to try myself to not make it too big on Eciliacraft. And of course, like this video if it helped you out, or if you just enjoyed watching the video. Subscribe if you're new to my channel, and of course, have an amazing day.